Eat, sleep, play, lose, repeat. Eat, sleep, play, lose, repeat. What's he doing? Have you seen the lineup? Welcome along. This is Leicester Till I Die TV YouTube. We are on all your main social media platforms, podcast form as well, and radio as well. This is the Watchalong. Don't know why I put myself through this every week. You know, we love the club.
It's time! Strap yourself in, because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and your favourite podcasts. Till I Die TV, your first choice for everything Leicester City. Tune in and join in now.
And now, here's your host.
Right, Chris.
All right there. Leicester City versus Crystal Palace, live from the King Power. Kick off at 12:30. I'm not saying it's going to be a bad omen for the game. BT Sport, half an hour late starting due to technical problems. Brendan's being interviewed at the moment. If you do want to watch BT Sport, I'd do it with the sound down because they've got Robbie Savage there today. They've got they've got Joe Cole. Yeah, I'm not sure about him. He seems okay. Peter Crouch, legend, and actually talks a hell of a lot of sense. And you've got Robbie Savage. Now, this is the wanker that stood there before the Man United game and said, if it wasn't for Brendan, Leicester City would be down. Yeah. I mean, I know, and I'm not going to go at you here, Mike. I know you're in, but what do the Welsh know about football? Come on. Robbie, shut the up. We've got him. We're going down. I mean, it just shows what you know about football. I like Robbie Savage, but that was such a stupid comment to make. So I'm refusing to listen to him now. Normally, he's all right, and I like him and I'll support him, but not at the moment. Team's out. You've seen it. We'll have a look at it in a minute. Let's just say a few hellos. Terry is in. Who was with us last night? Where were we? Rock bottom. Tragedies, we got them. Remedies, he ain't got them. We'll be out and started again. You have to be of a certain age or to have listened to the radio show last night. And don't forget, Leicester Till I Die Radio is available. Mixcloud.com. All one word, mixcloud.com/LTID radio for the ultimate blend of sport and music. Every Friday at 6 o'clock now, we're doing the weekend review. Loads of music, loads of fun, banter. Looking forward to the weekend's games and talking Premier League and Championship with Dan. Join us then, 6 o'clock every Friday. Last night's was hilarious. Admitted to stuff I shouldn't have admitted to, but hey-ho, you couldn't see me how red I was. It was on the radio. But yeah, Rock Bottom was the first song we played. That's where we are. Eurovision, that was 1977. It was the year, I think, after we won it with Save All Your Kisses For Me. To be honest with you, we came second. Terry, yeah, just don't give up the day job, mate. Yeah. Genwill is in. As someone that watches the Prem from Australia, good day. How you doing? I loved Australia. You're making me want to be there again. I was only thinking about it the other day because my friend who was over there, who I went to stay with, it's her birthday the other day. Wishing her happy birthday. At that point, she lives in Brisbane now. She lived in Cairns. And obviously, I loved Cairns. I absolutely fell in love with the place. Brisbane, and I look at Brisbane and it's kind of London with sun, but Cairns, absolutely loved it. So, don't know whereabouts you are again, Will. Let me know. If you're in Cairns, I could have popped in and seen you. I pray Leicester actually plays decent today. Don't we all? Don't we all? Do you go to church regularly? Going for Leicester this match 2-1. You have faith. Keep the faith. Scott's in. Hello, Scott. Hope we were all well. I am. And my little friend, Mini-Me, he is as well. Thanks to Dan for that. And Brad is in. Are you on the train, Brad? On the coach? On the walking? He's going home. He's doing a bit of a Simon and Garfunkel. Homeward bound today. Manners on the right. Tactics fucking shite. Bottom of the league. We're all on our own. Can't really attack. What a mess at the back. Bottom of the Premiership. You made us sing that. I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you that one, mate. As indeed did Brad. Bobby's in. Good evening, Bobby. Good afternoon, good morning, good day. Depending wherever in the world you are. Hope you are well. Yeah, let's to Palace, eh? Can't beat Bournemouth. And no disrespect to Bournemouth. They played well. They deserved it on the day. Personally, wouldn't have Tielemans as captain. I wouldn't. To be honest with you, you're giving the captain's job to somebody who doesn't want to be at the club. And yet, don't get me wrong, he isn't Fofana by a long chalk. He isn't Fofana by a long chalk. But, you know, you don't get the captain to... this is just had a message off... I think, it's off Uber. It says, Chris, we miss riding with you. Maybe that's why I've stopped using Uber. Yeah, I don't... I mean, Tielemans... No. I mean, how far is his tongue up Brendan's arse? Top 10. Remember to keep getting those score predictions in. Hoping for a 3-1 Leicester, but dreading a 4-0 Palace. Brad, think you've been kind with the 4-1 defeat we'll be getting. He's going 6-2 to Palace. True's in. Good evening, sir. How are you? Come on, the Eagles. Okay. Niall's in the building. Right. All right, Niall. How are you doing? How the devil are you? 1-1 draw. How sad as it is. I'd probably say yes. Do a poll, Chris. Now, because I'll be honest with you, if I do a poll, let's say as in, you know, this does Rodgers go if we lose this? It's the same poll every single week, and we get the same answers. Yes, he's got to go. And unless Top's going to pop on and do the poll, it's always going to be the same. Just looking at the Leicester fans in the stadium, they look absolutely peed off. Mind you, Robbie Savage is talking at the moment. Niall Kane, does he? Yeah, I mean, if he goes, I mean, to me, you're asking the converted. Look, last season, I'm none of this. You've got money in the bank. It bollocks. This is football. It's results. You know. You won the Premier League last season. That was last season, not this season. Ranieri had to go. 17th, still in the Champions League. He had to go. But Rodgers is still there. But, you know, my stance always has been last season, I stood by him. Because basically, we had a lot of injuries. And I didn't feel it was his fault. And 8th in the semi-final in Europe wasn't too bad. I said I'd give him to the start of this season, see how we started the season. He had to go before we started this run of games, because this run of games is winnable. You know, we had Forest, we had Bournemouth, we have Palace, we have Leeds, we have Wolves. And no disrespect to those clubs, because they are looking at Leicester now and thinking, hey, bring on Leicester. That's 3 points to us. So, yeah, I get it. But from my perspective, on paper, they are winnable games. And we're not winning them at the moment. And if he wins today, what happens? Well, he won against Forest. We keep him in his job. So then he lost against Bournemouth. So he won, yeah. Then he wins against Palace. Oh, we'll keep him in his job. Then he loses against. I don't know. But if he loses, definitely he has to go. Louis in. Good evening, Louis. How the devil are you? I hope you are well. Yeah, hello, Mini Chris. Now, your best friend. I know, it's a sad and lonely life I lead. Cyber's in. Good evening, sir. How are you? Come on, Foxes. I don't want Palace to win. No, you see, this is the example we should be setting. Yes, they had a few bad games at the start of the season, West Ham, but they are pulling it out of the bag. They are, you know, I'm just going to get the table up now, actually, but they are. I believe they were anyway, and no disrespect that I'm not actually knowing your results, Cyber. Much as I like West Ham, I don't follow them religiously. Where are you now? We see you 13th. Won the last two. You've turning it round by the look of it. So they won the last two. We could only dream of that sort of form. We could only dream. Chris, Chelsea board are idiots. They get 4 days off. Why play Sunday when they can play Saturday? TV, I guess. I don't know. They don't choose. They are told when to play. So then Matthew's in. Good evening, Matthew. Good morning, good day, goodbye, good evening. I'll cover it all. Big game with the bench for Vards today. Look, mate, he hasn't scored in 9. Daka scored 2. You know, well, that's bad, isn't it? But yeah, he doesn't deserve to start, but he will probably start against Leeds midweek. Leicester got to be there on their A game, Chris. Yes, Anthony, they certainly do. Good evening, good morning, good day. We all know Palace not an easy game, but good luck for today's match. Thank you, mate. We need anybody Game of Thrones fans. What we need is a Jon Snow. Somebody who can come back from the dead, because that's what Leicester need doing. Hayden is in. Hello, Hayden. Daily, love this name. Daily reminder: Messi is the GOAT, and Marty is shit. Look, again, my thoughts on Marty. I know that last season he was good for us. Last season he actually, well, maybe because he had to, because he was the only fit defender throughout the season, on the whole. So he was therefore first number on the bench, but he's played on the right of the two centre backs. So he kind of got away. But yeah, I thought he was good. He stood up and got counted for us. But why is he not? Well, we know why he's not playing Soyuncu, Brendan, because he's a full-on bell end. Well, let's put on Martin, who's cost us, 3 or 4 goals possibly this season? No! You know, we've got a space where we play. We've got, you know, on the left side defender. So I tell you what we'll do. We'll leave the left-footed defender we've got on the bench, because he's kind of not showing it all at, you know, he wants to lead the club. His heart's not in it. Brendan, stop fucking Yuri Tielemans, because he's doing exactly the same thing. He won't sign a contract, and yet you stick him in it every single week. God, he's a bell end. Totally. Yeah, that's mini-me. That's mini-me, Anthony. That is mini-me. Hayden, my gut thinks 4-1 Leicester, but my heart unfortunately says, yeah. I actually did Talk Sport on Saturday morning. Friday morning. It would have gone out Saturday morning. It was one of those, like, it was with Paul Ross, Jonathan's brother. He does the sort of through the night show, and he had myself and a Palace fan on. Lovely guy. He cut out his mistakes. That's all I'm going to say. He could learn a thing or two from me, couldn't he? But bless him, love the guy. He really is nice. And he actually said, right, yeah, I'm going to score prediction off you both. I want one that your heart says and one that your head says. And yes, my heart went for a... Yeah, my heart went for a Leicester win, obviously, and I've gone 3-2 for today. My head went for a Palace win, unfortunately. 7 players due to leave in the summer due to end of contracts, 2 in starting 11, 3 on the bench if I'm right in thinking, quite possibly. Rich is in. Good evening, good morning, good day. I'd never go to London. No, having said that, I'm going in a few weeks. My daughter and her boyfriend, fortunately he's an Arsenal fan, but nice guy apart from that, live in London. So I'm hoping to go up and see that and try and fit in a trip to see Abba Voyage. So looking forward to that. What a load of sight. He's a top coach. Buying quality players just to win is the sign of a good coach. Really? A good coach goes out and buys. So I could go out tomorrow and I could buy Messi, Ronaldo, Haaland, De Bruyne. I'm a brilliant coach. Sorry, True. I like you. We have a bit of banter, but that's bollocks. Especially coming from a club that's just sacked its recruitment manager because most of the players you've signed weren't wanted by your manager, allegedly. You need someone like Creswell. We will just need anybody who can play. 4-1 to the Foxes, 3-1 to the Foxes. Got a feeling Palace will win 2-0. I thought I sent it to you, Doug. Have I not sent it to you? Right. Let me do this. Quite right. It was sat there. I haven't sent it. Let me send it. There we go. Them bloody gremlins are back. I sent it to you, mate. 2-2 today, I reckon, says Mike. Head and heart. Would you take that now? Right, Mike. We with the watch alongs, we have 2. Thanks very much, mate. But we have 2 that do it, otherwise it gets sort of we'll end up talking over each other. Mini me evil. Oh yeah, baby, yeah. That's what the guy said on BT. Okay, not me. Oh, was it? I'm sorry then, True, but my comment stayed the same. It wasn't a ginger guy with a beard, was it? Go Duke's pub. He's called Mr. Crocs. Yeah, go into the pub. There's Mr. Crocs there, and you'll get thrown out with a bloody nose. I'm just thinking, you know what we should have? I should try and get a little mini-me that does that. maybe for these games. But is it true that? I mean, True Red. Is it true? Are you? You know, have you got players that Steve Cooper didn't want? I don't know. Midweek game is massive, a real 6-pointer. I believe Palace will get out of the relegation battle. I can't see Palace going down. I didn't predict them to. I don't think that. I think it's still a kind of a bedding in time for Vieira, but I don't think he'll go down. But I'll tell Duke to come on. Tell him. Old Crocodile Duke D there. Let's quickly, before we get dug in, let's just quickly look at the team, just to make ourselves look miserable and sound miserable. But here we go. So this is the team, guys. Ward in goal. And I'm not going to start the Ward, Everson, Schmeichel argument. We did that yesterday. If you want to catch up on it, on Leicester Till I Die TV, whether we should get Casper back if he's going to be leaving in January. But Ward's in. Back 4. Now, it looks like he's put a Marty on the right. Okay. That's the only positive thing I can say about that back 4. About a Marty in that back 4. Sorry. Kusanya, Faze and Justin, yeah. Tielemans, like I say, captain when he wants to leave the club. I'm surprised you're able to walk. I mean, I know you know when you wear your suit trousers, they're quite tight, Brendan, but you know, I'm surprised we can't see, you know, Yori's tongue sticking out the bottom of your arse. Sumari deserves to be in there. Dewsbury Hall, yes. Madison, well, yeah. Barnes, yeah, well, you know, depends on whether he's on his form or not. And Daka. Barnes isn't on the right necessarily, but he's on the right of a front three. Right, let's bring him in. He's been waiting there long enough, with my apologies, thinking I've sent him the link and it being sat there. And there is a little send button that I need to start learning to press. But we'll bring him in. Doug, good evening, sir. How are you?
I am very, very well, Chris. Hope you are well as well. Thank you very much for having me again.
Yeah. Oh, let me just get rid of Mini-Me.
I must say I like that. It's a nice wee addition to your channel.
Yeah, I want him to, the guy it's Dan that did it. I want him to do me a load sort of like with tears, with anger. I don't know what choice he gets there. Don't forget, guys, an exclusive on Leicester Till I Die TV coming out at the end of the season is Brendan's autobiography. We haven't seen the actual wording, but we have got a picture of the cover here. For Dummies by Brendan Rodgers.
That's terrible.
Come on. I'm so proud of that. I use it in every show. And as somebody said, yes, I know it's not soccer, I know it's football, but the company that make these things, the one that they've got, because it is a book actually, the football one, because it's American, they've got American football on. Very briefly, you put Rangers to bed the other day, Liverpool 7-1.
Hey, we did. We certainly did. That was a nice morale boosting win. So hopefully tomorrow we kind of get something at least from Manchester City, but it's not going to be easy at all. I've had a look at the two teams, and I see the injuries are piling up again, and Didi's out today, I noticed. You see,
I again, who at the club is overlooking this and going, shit, we're getting a lot of injuries that aren't injuries on the field always. The funny thing is, Dave Rennie was our sort of chief medical guy there, and he'd been there for years. I mean, he was part of the furniture. If you didn't talk to him for 5 minutes, he fell asleep. But as soon as he was got rid of, and Brendan brought his own guy in, we've had nothing but injuries. I wish Brendan was injured and had to retire from football, to be honest with you, because it's just is so doing my head in now. It really is. I thought Nottingham Forest were going to turn things around after that win. I thought we could do that. And then we went and played well against Bournemouth for the first 35, 40 minutes. And then it was Brendan just became Brendan again.
Yeah.
I'll just show you this slide here, Doug, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
This one here. Right. Brendan likes to make substitutions, around the 60th, 65th minute.
Yeah.
Look at Leicester City there. When do we concede our most goals? Oh,
there we go. 60, 75.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, I can see that. I can get that off the bloody interweb. What the hell is anybody at Leicester doing? And look, as well, the last 15 minutes, we never score. Now, The only thing in the favour there is that's Palace's worst time for conceding as well. But they also managed to score some goals as well. But, you look at that and you've got to think, why is it like that? And because Brendan is making those changes and he's fucking crap at substitutes.
He's too stubborn. He's way too stubborn with his changes. And I don't understand why you've got like Kegler Siunshu who's on the bench, who's an actual centre-back, and he's gone with a Marty again.
I mean, we've seen a Marty. I mean, at least it looks like he's put a Marty on the right of the centre two. So earlier in the season, he was on the left, and he was shit basically. And I like Daniel Amarty, but he's not left-sided. We know that he has his favourites. First of all, he says, "I'm not picking any player that isn't committed to the club." Yuri Tielemans. And he's captain today.
Yeah, I
Brendan.
don't understand that one at all.
No.
If anybody should get the captaincy, well, like obviously Johnny Evans is like out. I think it should be James Maddison.
Yeah, exactly. But Tielemans, must be licking his arse or something. But and then Soyuncu isn't good enough because he doesn't put it in the training. Fucking hell, training. If he puts it in the match, and he's a left-footed central defender.
This is the thing as well. Like Amartey is not a centre back. He is more of a midfielder than I think I've ever seen him. And this is the thing. Like Soyuncu, okay, he's not been playing great, but if you look at Soyuncu being the centre back, you should probably play players in their actual positions, not play players out of position. Like Amartey, a centre back, that is a decision that will either get him the sack or keep him in a job for a week.
I never want to lose a game to get a manager sacked because I don't want to lose a game. But the way things are going now, we're not even going to make bloody Derby's worst ever 11 points because I can't see where those 8 points to beat that are coming from. I hope I'm wrong today, and I hope they put a performance. The crowd, I wish I could have the sound on, but I can't. But the crowd are going to be so important if we concede early. I think they're going to let their feelings know towards Brendan. I just, it defies me beyond belief how the guy is still in a job. It really does, and it makes bad reading. Ranieri was sacked having won us the Premier League only the season before. We were still in the Champions League, and we were sat in 17th, and he was sacked. Rodgers won us the FA Cup, which is great, don't get me wrong, but it isn't the Premier League. If you've got to win the two, I'm sure everybody knows which one they'd pick. And we're bottom, and probably Newport are going to knock us out of the cup in a few weeks' time. Cheers, True, means a lot. Thank you very much. Right. They are on the pitch at my end, so let's put this on. This is Leicester Till I Die TV. Also, check out Dugout Football Channel, which is my guest's channel there. The link, he's a regular on the show, so his link is always in the description below on YouTube. Be sure to check that out. And, consider subscribing to both channels. But smash the likes if you are already subscribed, because here we go.
Leicester Till I Die Watchalong show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
Indeed. Mike, so glad he says, so glad we sat there, manager. At least you've got the balls to do it. Gray's in, afternoon, Chris and chat. Oh my God, the team is picked. Jesus. They're just having a hug at the moment. And to be honest with you, that's probably the only celebration I'm going to have today. Oh God, I'm so miserable, but we are so awful.
I mean, I don't like this. This game is reminding me so much of the vibes of, like, do you remember when like Puel was sacked? I think, did you lose 4-1 to Palace, and I think he was like sacked the next day or like the next couple of hours or so.
It's just kind of blocked those days out of my mind, but yes, we probably. Yeah. I'll agree with you.
It's just got the feeling of that. I see that Brendan's wearing black, which is interesting.
Oh, maybe we've got a funeral cortege outside for him. He must know his days are numbered. He's coming out with the typical as all managers do, because there's only so much they can say. But when they're in this position, that's what they're coming out with. The normal BS. I'm going to lie. Can you see Leicester getting anything out of this? If it goes badly wrong, I think it goes badly wrong.
I think you need to get the first goal in this game, if I'm being honest. Because if you don't, I think it's a long uphill struggle.
Yeah. And the crowd will not be behind us if we do. They'll certainly get toxic. So Palace are kicking from right to left. They are in white top with pattern on, obviously, white shorts, white socks. We are all blue, kicking from left to right as we usually do if we win the toss.
I think we kind of agreed that the Palace kits were the best kits that we've seen in the Premier League this season.
I do like a Palace kit. They've got it right for a few seasons, to be honest with you.
Yeah, definitely.
They really have. So we'll see how. If you're watching the graphic in the middle, by the way, and please, just one of the rules is no spoilers in the chat, please. Well, I mean, after that Forest game, everybody was going about how good Maddison is. He should be playing for England, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah.
But he then went against Bournemouth, got frustrated, given a yellow card, and he was lucky it wasn't red. So he is now one booking basically off missing, of going over the limit. And maybe that's why Southgate looks at him and thinks, well, his temperament's not brilliant. But everyone's going so good about how good he's the best player. But then again, in this bottle of shite that we have out on the pitch these days, it's not hard to look good, is it? You could look good in a pair of boots going out and having a kick around in this team.
Everything looked like so rosy, like after the Forest win, and then I think we both said that it cannot be a one-off, and they need to keep it up. But no, Bournemouth was very disappointing. And even like the space in the I know that Bournemouth had a third goal ruled out for offside, but you could see the space between the centre backs that day was really worrying as well. Yeah. But yeah, it's difficult. It's really difficult to see him lasting another couple of weeks, to be honest, because the way that things have been going. I think it was a bit of a stay of execution against Forest.
Yes. Yeah. And it happened with Puel. He beat someone managed to beat. I think he did beat Man City, and I think it was a draw with Chelsea over the Christmas period, and that's what kept him in the job. I just hope that. Oh, that's a free kick. I just hope that we're not going to be in a position where, or that Topper, use those 2 weeks of the international break and using the time now to actually have somebody in mind, if you like.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to get a clap for that, Anthony, but I will give you. That's what that gets. We've started like we were playing slow-mo, where's the intensity? Yeah, I mean, if we can't... I get why they did what they did against Palace, against Forest, because it was local rivals, etc., etc. But we've got to be able to do it against all the teams.
Yeah, definitely. And I think as well that you've obviously got the World Cup coming up very shortly.
Ooh. I hated that. Sorry, mate. When you're looking at it and you can't tell where the ball's gone because it's on the TV, and I thought I hadn't realised it had come out and he'd got the punch on it. But sorry, mate, you were saying.
Yeah, no, it's just obviously we've got the World Cup coming up very shortly as well. That would probably be the best time to potentially get rid of him. But I mean. It's really difficult. I mean, as we all know, we're in a bit of an unprecedented time of it, really, recently. But obviously, the World Cup being in November, and obviously through to December. We've never had this before, so I just think if you don't get rid of him anytime soon, I think it will probably be the World Cup that you'll have the chance to get rid of him.
Wondering. I mean, that's another 1, 2, 3. That's another 5 games away.
Yeah.
So that's another 15 points we could be losing. That gap's getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
I mean, if I was looking at these 2 games against Palace and Leeds, these would be the 2 games I'd be looking to potentially get maximum points from.
I mean, it's Samara. Is that a foul? He kind of.
I mean,
good old days. That's a shoulder barge.
As a shoulder barge. Yeah. That's a bit harsh. I think that's a harsh free kick, to be honest. But
to be honest with you, every time, oh God, just saw the goal come up then. Every time, I love watching Big Match Revisited, presented by a friend of the channel, Elton Wellesby, and I love watching that. It's because it's proper football.
Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, that was a clever free kick, Palace. Oh, that was wasted though. I like that.
Oh yeah. Zaha.
Dan's in, just stopped on a bench for some lunch. Come on, Leicester. Cheers, Dan. Look, guys, if you like a bit of fun and laughter, me and Dan last night, regular Friday night show on the radio station. Like I say, go to leicestertillidie.com/radio or mixcloud.com/LTID radio, and that will take you straight through to the channel. Give us a follow. We're doing it Friday night, 6:00. It started out fun football chat, banter, music, and it ended up with just talking about anything. You know, if I remember, I did tell my being sick where I didn't realise I had been sick story last night. But look, that's what it's all about. It's a bit of fun and banter, and we get to play some really great old music as well. So thanks to Dan for coming on for that. That wasn't a foul. I don't think it was. You know. Yeah, typical Bear. He stuffed a Chinese last night, allegedly. Apparently, the takeaway company are now suing him for damages to the delivery driver. But hey, there we go. 0-0. 7 odd minutes gone. I'm on 7:24. What about yourself?
I'm just slightly behind you on 7:17, so we're not too far behind.
No doubt we will be like a 2-horse race. We will be overtaking backwards. See, I'm nothing if not optimistic. I do have my clapper ready. But I did that against Bournemouth and it all went badly wrong, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. But yes, just have to wait and see. I mean, there's some big games this weekend. I mean, I believe the Villa owners in town to watch them against Chelsea. So you wonder if Gerrard's on a bit of maybe borrowed time as well. Could be.
Has he been given enough time? He's not even had a full season yet.
I know. I'm trying to think that as well. But.
And good luck to Dan. They're playing Swansea today, so good luck to them. It's funny. It's funny that I'm torn about whether I want Burnley to come up or not. Because if we're going to go down, I'd love Burnley to stay down so that we can play them next season. But if we stay up, I want Burnley to come back up.
Yeah.
Right, I've popped in. I made the chat look amazing with my presence. Au revoir. He's come in, farted, gone. Palace are playing a dangerous game here.
Yeah, they are. Good luck against Swansea, Dan. Anyway, good luck against Swansea. That's a big one. That's a big game, that actually.
Yeah. Two things about the championships. Villa fans are shouting, "Get Gerrard out of our club!" Wow. That is a surprise. I I mean, at the end of the day, he's no different to Frank Lampard, and he's proved he struggles at some of these clubs. But I guess that time thing, it's like after, it's like Liz Truss. She's like getting advice from the Watford board, isn't she? Because even people in her cabinet only stay 38 odd days. Bloody hell!
The fact that quasi quartet managed to last less days than Sam Allardyce in the England job is actually a big achievement. No, it's not really.
And it cost us a lot more money as well.
Yeah.
As James says there, Hussenhall's under pressure as well.
Yeah. I think if they lose to West Ham tomorrow, I think they could be in a bit of bother.
I mean, it's Southampton. Yellow card to Palace, quite rightly as well. I think what surprised me with
that's a yellow. That's a yellow.
What surprised me with Southampton, they've stuck by Hussenhall through thick and thin.
Yeah.
But they've now got new owners.
Yeah.
They got rid of their... Well, they didn't get rid. We got their recruitment manager, head of recruitment. They got a new head of recruitment in. I mean, I'm not sure how long he's been in there, because the guy that we got wasn't actually... that was a bad ball, Madison. He wasn't actually... He was on gardening leave because they obviously didn't want him to come to us.
Yeah.
And now their new guy has gone to Chelsea.
Yeah, it's pretty mental how football works these days. But I mean,
I know it's awkward because, like you say, Chelsea, Southampton, we all know what we do, don't we?
yeah, definitely. But you know what? I mean, you've got the new guy from Southampton, haven't you?
Yes.
Glover. Is that his name?
Martin Glover.
Martin Glover. Yeah. The fact that you managed to get him after the transfer window is a little bit disappointing, because we'll need to wait and see what he can do in January.
To be honest with you, we didn't have any money to spend anyway.
That's true. That is true.
But no, that was Southampton sticking on the you're not having him. We put him on gardening leave. He can leave on this date after the window finished. And I get that from Southampton. Do you know what I mean? I know I used to work.
Yeah.
If somebody left the newspaper where I worked and they were going to either A, another newspaper, or B, a magazine, they were let go from us because we didn't want them to see what we were doing but put on gardening leave. So I do get it. But they obviously felt he was worth waiting for.
Yeah, possibly.
Oh, hang on. Here we go. What's happening here?
Oh.
That I keep always forget to turn my phone off, and I get pings about the game. No. It's the kickoff and the yellow card. Right, let me turn that down, and let me put that in there so I can't hear it. There we go. Remember Leonard Glover? I do remember Leonard Glover. I do indeed. I used to live opposite him. Those were the days when a footballer was doing well because he had a semi-detached bungalow. But yeah, no, he had a red setter dog that I used to take out for walks for him. Because he was obviously always at training. His wife obviously had a job, and there's a guy that lived up the road on his own that I got friendly with. And these days, that would sound wrong, but he used to take Lenny Glover's dog for a walk.
Yeah.
And so I got involved in that, and occasionally I was allowed to take him out for a walk on my own. And of course, I was on cloud nine, What did you do at the weekend then, Chris, when you went back into school on Monday? I just took Lenny Glover's dog for a walk. In fairness, apart from that, never really saw much of him He was never sort of out doing his front garden or anything like that.
Yeah. Are you surprised Edward didn't take a shot there? Instead, he decided to try and pass it across goal to Zaha.
Edward, I mean, he was the player that we were linked with, obviously, very heavily because of the old, Celtic link. I'm not sure whether he's the most, at the moment, he's not having the best of form, so I don't know whether his confidence is not quite high enough.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's a case of Zaha always does well against us. So it's always a case of, right, get the ball. If Zaha's free, give him the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he is very, very he's very important to Crystal Palace, Zaha.
Oh yes,
definitely. Versus I got Millwall, we win, can't stand them.
Can I just say, I just want to say to Anthony, one time, good luck Bristol City. I think anybody outside of Millwall wants them to always lose. So
yeah, I don't think anyone likes Millwall, to be honest, apart from Millwall fans, of course.
Yeah. If anybody remembers when I have Steve Leinix on the show, this always gets mentioned.
What we're going to do right now is go back, way back in time.
Let's take it back in time to on this day in 1983. Leicester City's match against Southampton was abandoned after 22 minutes because of a waterlogged pitch. BBC TV's television's Match of the Day cameras were there to capture City winger Steve Leinix doing his breaststroke in one of the many puddles on the pitch before the referee decided the conditions were too bad. There's a couple of famous games. You had Weller's white tights, Leinix's breaststroke, classic, absolutely. Go on, you stupid wanker! Lift the ball over the goalkeeper. Oh, now Midfield's gone down. That should have been
that should be 1-0, Chris.
Yeah,
that should be 1-0.
It should have been. It should have been. Sorry if I broke anybody's speakers there. Problem with the white live watch along, you think, it's gone quiet. I'll just do a chatty bit, and then something happens. And they're not showing the replay at the moment.
No, still in possession, but yeah, I thought that was good passing movement from Daka, and Barnes should do it a lot better. Yeah,
and that's why a lot of people are on, particularly Barnes fans at the moment. Again, like I just said with Edouard, I think he's lacking his confidence there, and unfortunately, there's always a player that Leicester fans like to pick on. It was Chilwell at the time. Everybody saying he was useless. Yet he was England's left back. And Barnes were going, everybody's saying, he should have, he should be more greedy. Why is he always looking to pass the ball? And then when he did start having, when he did start having shots, there was he's too bloody greedy now. You know, he can't win with some fans. But yeah, he should have lifted that.
Yeah,
lifted that. I think we've got a bit of handbags at dawn in the chat between Mike and Anthony. Here we go. This is Barnes. I mean, fairness, what a great move. Oh, he just held on to it too long, didn't he?
He did, yeah. I think
they played to their goalkeeper.
Yeah, Guaita. He didn't he spread himself really well,
and he was out quick as well.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. He's a good goalkeeper, actually, Guaita. I really like him. I'm amazed that he's actually still at Palace. I thought he might have maybe moved on in the summer, because obviously they've got Sam Johnston, I think, to come in, and I think they've got Jack Butland in reserve as well. So they've got 3 good goalkeepers there. As well, so I think Guaita is a very, very good goalkeeper. I don't think he gets the credit he deserves. I mean, you look at the
again.
You look at
didn't quite make it through. A good move down the far side, crossed in. I think it was Daka on the right, was totally unmarked, but the ball didn't get to him.
Yeah, I mean, you're enjoying a bit of the lion's share of possession, for sure. I must say, I did watch a little bit of the Brentford game last night. David Raya made 10 saves yesterday against Brighton.
Wow. I had Brighton down to win that.
I did as well.
Yeah.
But I keep forgetting that Brentford actually have a good record on Friday evening. So I forgot about that.
Of course, yes. This is it. I'm putting too much logic. I should be thinking like Brighton, better away form. Oh no, it's Friday night. It's Brentford. They'll win.
Yeah, me too. But nah, it was a good win. It's a good win, and Ivan Toney. I tell you something. He's putting himself into very, very good form at a very, very good time, as well.
I think you'd have to say is why bother, because he knows Kane's going to get picked.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's the thing. James just says here, Chris, question I keep meaning to ask. I agree that Brendan Rodgers should be out the door, but who would you go for to replace him? I mean, that's the old $1 million question, you know. I mean, we're Leicester. We're still not Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea. We haven't got the pull of those teams. So, you know, everyone's sort of saying, well, Tuchel, Pochettino, you know, would they come to Leicester? But would they come to Leicester sat at the bottom of the league? That's the other thing. I know, money counts, what have you. But what we don't want is an Ancelotti type, great name, great figure, won a load. And as soon as another bigger club come running, they run off. I've got a lot of time for Sean Dyche. And I actually said at the start, when Ant first mentioned it, I spat my tea all everywhere. But he had three. Oh, hang on 1 second. We'll just see what this is going to come. Daka's through. Daka! Ooh! Straight at the goalkeeper. I think if he'd gone either side of the goalkeeper with that one, he would have scored. But it was a good save by the goalkeeper. I'll give this goalkeeper credit. He's the busiest of the two goalkeepers.
Aye, yeah, he is. He certainly is at the moment.
Only just went over as well. Now we'll just get this corner out the way, and then
good strike from Daka, but I think you'd expect Guaita to save that.
Yes, I think Daka realised he had to. He was being closed down, so he had to make a quick decision.
To be fair, it's good to see him getting his chance now, Daka.
Yes. Got another corner. Yep, it's gone out from another corner on the other side. David's in saying, Sean, step backwards from Rodgers. We're bottom of the league. We've won 1 in 7. We've had the worst start of any Premier League team in the 30 years that the Premier League going. How can anybody say anything's a step backwards from Rodgers? You know, I always say, be careful what you wish for. Or we couldn't, who could do a worse job is always the question. Well, he's doing the worst job at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, good punch out there from the goalkeeper. So, and I say, I'm not into this sort of like, he's got this in the tank and he won us the FA Cup. Bollocks. It's a results-driven game and we're not getting the results at the moment. But just quickly to go back to Sean Dyche, what I liked about Sean Dyche, and he gave an interview, and I think I mentioned this to you before, Doug, that he said he had 3 years at Burnley where basically he was shopping at the pound shop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what he realised was that he hadn't got players that he could get to play like Barcelona. He hadn't got those sort of players. So what he had to do was play like Rochdale, if you like, or Wimbledon. And let's be honest, he kept them up for 10 seasons, took them down once, got them back up again, got them in Europe. He was putting round pegs in round holes. He was playing to the players' strengths. Now that's alien to Rodgers. Oh, Daka's away. No support though. No support. What can he do? Anybody coming up to support him? No. Oh, there is now. Dewsbury Hall. Players have got plenty of players back now. When they get the tackle in. And that's what he would do, I think, with this club. He'd look at it and he'd go, right, you're a right back. I'm going to play you at right back. And he would put the right players in the right positions. Not, Brendan Rodgers going out and buying Soumaré, who's just won the championship in France with Lille at the time, beating PSG, and going, right, I've got you as this sort of thing, but I want you to play more box to box.
Yeah.
I'm not a box to box player, boss. Yeah, don't worry about that. I want you to be a box to box player. That is Rodgers, know. And that's what Dyche would bring to the club. True says here, and it is true, Dyche would be unstoppable with the club where he's giving money. But he agree, and Burnley will agree, he wasn't given the money there. Dyche did a great job at Burnley with limited resources. Yeah, and there's no point in us sort of saying, let's hope we get Pochettino and all that. We don't know how good they are in fairness to Pochettino, he did do it at Southampton, didn't he? But
yeah. What do you make of Nuno potentially going back to Wolves?
That is a shock. But as a team that sacked a manager, we didn't sack him. It was an agreed decision when the new owners came in and took over from Mandrich. We had Pearson.
Yeah.
And they kind of wanted a different sort of player. So they got Paulo Sousa, who'd had a good season at Southampton and played reasonable football. Got him in, didn't work, sacked him, and we got Pearson back. And of course, the rest, as they say. So, as a club that's done that, I can see he can come in. He knows the team.
Yeah,
he knows most of the players. He'd probably get Cody back from his loan spell. Is it loan at Everton or wherever he's gone? Yeah, which is the weirdest thing. But and he did all right. He got them into Europe. And I said at the time it was the weirdest thing him leaving.
Yeah, and then it just it didn't work out at Spurs either for Nuno.
It was never going to, in fairness, was it?
No. Especially with the players that he had at his disposal there, but no, that's never going to work, unfortunately.
And let's face it, everybody knew that he wasn't the what's the word I'm looking for? He wasn't. He
wasn't the first choice.
That's it. Thank you. Yeah. So, but then he's looking at it thinking, give me all this money, and if you sack me, I'll get even more money.
Yeah. Definitely, but no, I think it's a very, very weird decision. I think Chris Rodgers is like a person that will phone a painter and decorator to do his roof.
There's some dodgy builders as well around the Bristol area, I'll tell you. The passes just aren't coming off. And how often have I said that this season?
I know you're enjoying the lion's share of possession. I did see a wee stat like a few minutes ago that it was like 92% possession, like the last 5 minutes for Leicester to 8 of Palace's 8 possessions. So,
can I just say that is who knows who's in the Leicester goal today? It's a rhetorical question. I know it's Ward, but what is he doing? But yeah, it can work. It can really work, and I think it would be a good move for Wolves.
Yeah,
and I think Nuno will go in there and go, "Told you so," quite rightly.
I know.
So I'm just wondering. I hear there is a little bit of discontent among the red half of Liverpool faithful.
A little bit, but not from me. I just think we as football fans are fickle sometimes, and I think people have kind of forgotten what Klopp has done at Liverpool as well. I know that things haven't been going too well this season, but it's the man to get out of this is Jurgen Klopp. And I fully expect us to get out of it as well, because I think we've got City tomorrow. We've got West Ham on Wednesday. And then obviously True Red, we go to Nottingham Forest as well.
You better do them, mate. You better do them. But yeah, true. 6 seasons in the Premier League. Oh, over the top, thank God. 6 seasons in the Premier League consecutive for Burnley. Yeah, it does. Now, Dave, I do 100% agree with you here. I would love Thomas Frank. And I'm not saying that he wouldn't come, because when he was first linked, he was sort of saying, I'm at Brentford, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, 3 of them are offside there.
And then Brentford were sort of, we wouldn't stand in his way if he wanted to improve himself. And he kind of, so possibly, but I would be for, and you've gone for sort of John Brady at Northampton. I don't know. I can't comment on him because I don't know enough about how Northampton are doing, so it would have been fair. But see what I would be up for, when we got rid of Peter Taylor as manager, we brought in a duo of Mike Bassett. Was it Mike Bassett? Well, I know that thing. What was he? Fred Bassett was the cartoon dog. It was Mike Bassett, the manager, wasn't it? Oh, God, that's got me wondering now. I say Fred Bassett was the beagle out the Daily Mail. But basically, he came in to try and keep us up because he was the firefighter. And he brought Mickey Adams in as number 2. And when he couldn't keep us up, and it was obvious, he stepped down. And Mickey Adams took over, and in fairness, didn't do a bad job for us. Oh, Forest Liverpool's just come up there. It's a BT game.
Next Saturday, I think it is.
I will not talk to you again if you don't beat them.
Yeah, it's a tricky place to go to. Oh, 29th of October, Leicester, Manchester City.
Yes. There's no, I don't know. With that one, they're going to beat us. It's a case of by how many. Some games, that's just how it goes, and we've got to accept that.
That did not look too clever for Mitchell. It looks like Reece James is out of the World Cup. Kante's out of the World Cup as well. So that's like 2 big Chelsea players out of the World Cup. Kante's injured. I don't know what he's done.
Dave Bassett.
That's it, yeah. Reece James is potentially out of the World Cup. I think he's out. I think between 6 to 8 weeks, so he'll miss the tournament anyway. Conte's out for 3 months as well, so not good news.
No, I believe Chelsea might be considering on Conte between them to sort of go their separate ways. I also wonder with Reece James, who do you think would replace him in the squad?
I mean, someone actually jokingly said that you've obviously got Kieran Trippier there, Carl Walker. I'm not so sure he'll be ready. So maybe Trent does actually go. I honestly don't know. I mean, it's interesting to see how many right backs he'll actually take.
I know. I mean, he does like his defensive squad, doesn't he? Oh, Danny Ward. That was either very, very brave or very, very stupid. I'm not sure which. James, Doug, thoughts on the big game at Anfield tomorrow? I reckon a draw for that one.
Yeah, I've got a draw as well, James, to be honest.
Would you take a draw if you're giving it now?
Yeah, 100%, because I think the way that they are playing this season, It'll be interesting to see as well it'll be interesting to see like how well we start that game because we seem to concede the first goal, but not just concede the first goal. We seem to concede with the first shot as well. Now I've noticed there's a wee pattern going in this. We conceded the first shot against Crystal Palace, conceded the first shot against Manchester United, Rangers the other night as well, albeit that was 7-1 in the end.
Yeah,
but I just want to see us start fast and get the crowd up to make it a hostile atmosphere. That's what I want to see tomorrow. But it's going to be a huge game, and then obviously the game on Wednesday against West Ham is even bigger as well.
Talking of Gareth, as we were before, just go to Cyber's comment. Gareth Southgate is in the house, so maybe he's checking out young James. Who knows? I mean, there was some trouble between was it West Ham and Anderlecht fans the other night? I didn't know the full story. Yeah.
There's a couple of police officers I think were injured, and seats were ripped out. I think from the by the Anderlecht fans. Obviously, a big win for West Ham. Let me just say that.
Well done, West Ham.
4 wins from 4, so obviously they go through to the next stage, which is good to see.
Oh yeah! Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, what a brilliant ball from Maddison!
I know,
and
it's just gone.
Made the perfect run, and it was just too far in front of him. Oh, that was unlucky because I reckon if Daka had managed to get to that ball, we could be 1-0 up.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, that's frustrating. Is that sort of thing that's just that little bit frustrating? Sometimes when you're passing like there, Zaha's not got the ball, it's gone out for a throw in, you're thinking, what the bloody hell are you doing? But that was a good move. That was unlucky, Yeah,
it was. It was unlucky.
Yeah. Give me your thoughts on Leicester so far in this game, Doug, because I've been quite impressed so far.
You've had the lion's share of possession. I don't think Danny Ward's had a save to make yet. You've had
no shots on targets. No shots from Palace at the moment.
It's no. I think the only bad thing about the scoreline is you're not ahead.
Yeah,
I think if you were ahead, and I think people would say, you definitely deserve of the lead. But
mind you, with Leicester being ahead is not always guaranteed.
No, that's true. That's very, very true.
Brad makes the joke that quite often a team will go ahead and score an own goal just to see Leicester's heads go down, and then they can come back and stuff us.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, Gray says there. City playing much better at the moment. David, I reckon Madders will score a screamer in the second half. Okay, let me just say this. We've got to accept that England man. We all have a go at Brendan Rodgers. Liverpool fans will have a go at Klopp. Arsenal fans will have a go at Arteta. The England manager has got 92 bloody sets of fans that will argue about his decisions, especially when they don't pick our players. But sometimes you have to accept that a manager just doesn't like a player. Now, if he just doesn't like Maddison, we have to accept that and we have to move on. Was it Glenn Hoddle dropped Gaza and didn't take him to his last World Cup or whatever it was. So you have to go with it and you have to accept it. But if he's come to have a look and watch him, fair play to him. At least he's definitely there. At least we can't turn around and say, you never even watch Maddison. And to be honest with you, as good as he was against Forest, and no disrespect, true, that was Forest. And, everybody saying, well, Maddison's our best player. Actually, he's surrounded by 10 totally average players at the moment.
Yeah. That looked a bit of a sore one for Doucouré. Hopefully he'll be okay.
Leicester should be at least 2-0 up, much as it pains me to say. Yeah, we should be. They're just picking out about Mr. Southgate now in the crowd. Brendan Rodgers be Bertie Bassett in disguise. I don't think he'd even be that good. Hoddle dropped Chris Sutton too when he was scoring. I've got to be honest with you, Chris Sutton, as much as we got wind him up for that Celtic comment, he's gone 2-2 today. He's actually does pick out quite a lot of Leicester, or he actually predicts quite a lot of Leicester wins this season. So fair play to him. Because he's kind of taken over from Mark Lauriston at the BBC.
Yeah, I saw that. Be interested to see him.
And he is, in fairness, like I say, he is giving decent shout outs.
Yeah, definitely.
Just to let everybody know, by the way, that there will be no post-match show today. We will be extending the watch-along to do a bit of a post-match in this. But Brad is travelling and between Leicester and Manchester, so doing a live show from a National Express bus possibly isn't the best thing.
Probably not.
No, probably not. Talking of which, I've got to go on. I say, if this London thing all falls into place, that's what I'll be on. I'll be having a weekend off from football and going to spend it with my daughter.
Oh, lovely.
Yes. And I wanted to go and see Abba Voyage, but have you seen the price of the tickets? Bloody hell. Oh, it came out for it there. There's tickets from £21. Yeah, right. But I love ABBA, and I never saw them live when I was growing up, so I'm gonna have to try and go. Because my daughter says she lives London way, so Battersea, I think she lives.
Okay.
Barnes, what do you think about Barnes so far?
Should probably have scored that chance. His all-round play's been okay, but he is a player that can probably frustrate you at times. Yes.
It's a confidence thing, I think a confident Barnes gets that. I think as well, you have to look and say, like Jamie Vardy, he had a couple of gilt opportunities. Oh, easy boy. Was that a good save from Ward? It was an amazing shot from the Palace striker. Shot. I'm not sure. Did he get a touch on it? Number 10 shoots in. Oh, I still can't see. No, he didn't. It's a goal kick. He had it covered though. In fairness, Danny Ward.
He did, yeah.
No,
I don't think he got a touch. I think that just sails over the bar. Yeah. But Pal's not had many shots on goal, but that was a bit of a sighter for Eberici Eze. Who
must be our luck. You see, one of those goes in because we're not.
I know.
Darius is in. Good evening, Darius. How the devil? Oh, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good day. What are you? Doug, you got any thoughts on Liverpool's use of AI in the medical department? I'm sure that means something between you two.
Yeah. The less said about that one, the better, to be honest.
Are you being a little bit facetious there, Darius? Are you? If you want to see a brilliant travel tribute, I tell you what, I have seen the best for me, and it's my opinion. I went to see Bjorn again. Who are that good as an ABBA tribute band. They actually brought their own songs out, and they did songs as ABBA, if you like. So,
very good.
Yeah,
very good.
They were good. Chris, your daughter might be in Arsenal soon. No, not at all. I'll be honest with you, Eileen. At least she's seen an Arsenal fan, which was what we've been in London. She was going to maybe pick one of the London teams. So at least she's not found a... for fuck's sake, Castagna. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The old Seal's back at the side of the pitch.
He does everything right. He just needs to have a little bit of a smaller touch, and then that would be...
Yes.
That, but...
It's easy for us to say Saturday, of course, though, isn't it?
That's very true. That is very true.
No, she is. I've had him on the show when I first started doing this. He came on as the opposition fan. We'd have a laugh and a joke about it. And I've got to say credit to Ali. He's not been on the messenger or phone once to wind me up about the fact that you're top and we're bottom. Because I wound him up really bad when you were having your couple of bad seasons. Oh, that was a bounced favourite for us. Yuri Tielemans, come on. Maddison. Oh, lovely flick off Tielemans. No. Now, see, that's the worrying thing. If Maddison knows that Southgate's in the crowd, will he be looking for that goal when a pass would be easier?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Liverpool bought an AI program to optimize physical performance and increase player ability, and also don't have a club doctor. Is it a bit like iRobot? Is it? Thank you for the music. Oh, another booking for Palace.
Yeah, the Curry, I think.
Yeah.
He's gone really late there under Dewsbury Hall.
Cyber, it depends if they're totally off. I mean, I'm trying to put other comments in, but it is a Leicester Palace watch along, so I'm trying to balance things out here. But I've got some of your comments up. Cyber.
Oh no, it's too far out. It's too far out to have a go.
Yeah. No. Tony Stellafella, welcome along. This half is frustrating. Both teams doing bits, but final ball sadly lacking. Yeah. Apparently, Cyber, Battersea's power station is really, really that impressive shopping centre and apartments and everything now. So, Munzy's in. Good afternoon, Munzy. How are you? It's half time.
Half time.
It's half time. Not yet, but keep asking, Munzy. One time I'll probably able to say yes. So that's the first half over. Frustrating. But I mean, just going through the figures here: 54% possession to Leicester, 46 to Palace. 4 shots to Leicester, 5 to Palace there. But we've had 2 on target. They have not had any. Your thoughts on the first half, Doug?
I think Leicester have been the better team. Palace have had a few sighters at a goal, obviously, with the Eze one. But no, apart from that, I think Barnes should have scored. I think that's the thing about it. But no, continuousness in the second half, and maybe you might get a couple of goals or something like that. But it's been a good half. It's been quite entertaining, the midfield battle, I must say. But not too much goal mouth action from both sides yet.
But as a performance, compared to some of the performances we've seen, I'm not overly disappointed with it.
No, definitely not.
Definitely not. And Marte hasn't really had much to do. I'm cursing it, aren't I? So I can't say whether he's been particularly good or bad. Danny Ward not really. I mean, well, there's not been a shot on target. That one that I thought he touched over towards the end, I think was the closest he's come down to make a save. Another clean sheet would do him well. At the moment, Leicester are in 19th. We've jumped above Forest on goal difference. And we're still a point behind Wolves in 18th. Which way do you see this game going? I mean, Maddison, he's not looked bad. He's got the ball. He's gone and got the ball. He's called for the ball. Is he having a good game, do you think?
He's been pivotal in some of the good play. He was unlucky not to find Daka for one as well, but he's quietly having a good game. I've not really seen much of Tielemans, I must admit. That
was going to be my next question, actually. Yeah, is this why nobody's coming in for him? Do you think?
Yeah, he's not been involved. Not been involved at all. I honestly don't think you should have given him the captaincy today, but obviously
he did that pre-season as well in one of the games. You know, I just don't get that at all. You know, somebody who won't sign a contract for the club and they are captain, that just sums, you know, Brenda up, to be honest with you. I don't know what to call him now. I used to call him Brendan Bellend, and now it's bullshitter Brendan. I mean, either of them are apt, I suppose, isn't it? Brad's just popped in. Do check his channel out. Top 10 battles. No pressure on them when they have the ball at the back. Too conservative off the ball. Tony Stellarfellow watching the match from the sofa. Watching my lot versus Arsenal tomorrow from behind the sofa. Who's playing Arsenal tomorrow?
Leeds, I think. Is it Leeds?
Is it Leeds? Oh, Tony. Hey, Tony. Got your midweek, mate. Message me on Twitter at LTID, and we'll have a chat about that. Tielemans is playing alongside Samare. We need him to have a much freer room.
Yeah.
Well, yes, we know. You know that this is the problem. Sometimes, sometimes you can have too many flair players in your squad. You know what I mean? You've got Maddison, you've got Tielemans. Yeah, you need a few gritty players in there, because if you've got one, that player can be given, if you like, the freedom of the park, roam all over. But if you're doing it with, you know, two or three of those sort of players, it just doesn't work. Not for me, anyway. You know.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see what happens in the second half. For sure.
Yeah. Well, we've got a few comments to go, but we'll take a break. I need to go and drop the kids off at the pool, and I'm sure Doug needs to get a drink as well. And we will be back in 5, as they say.
See you then.
Don't touch that dial. Did that sound convincing? It didn't really, did it? Here we go. Back in a bit, guys.
Hello, Matt Elliott here.
Hi, Alan Smith here.
Hey guys, Ian Hume here.
Hi everybody, Jerry Taggart here.
Be sure to watch
Chris and Leicester LTIDtv
for all the latest Leicester City news and information.
You can also subscribe on YouTube and various social media channels
for the latest updates and news on Leicester City Football Club.
Come on, you foxes!
broadcasting live worldwide. Watch us on YouTube. Listen on your favorite podcast platform, or ask your smart speaker to play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Subscribe, like, follow, and join in now.
Give me 5 from Leicester Till I Die TV. Join in as we look at the good, the bad, and even the ugly of Leicester City. The Leicester Till I Die shop is now open. For all your Leicester Till I Die merchandise, visit the Leicester Till I Die shop at our website.
Till I Die Watchalong show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
Indeed, welcome back from me, Doug, and little mini me there. That is sat in front of Doug. there's this Doug. Welcome back, mate. Just remind people, where can they find you and your channel?
Yeah, you can find me on the Dugout Football channel on YouTube, and you can find me on Twitter, nrod_1992, and you can also find me on Instagram at Douglas.Horn.
Brilliant, and thank you for coming along and doing this with me. Palace fan complaining that you wouldn't think Zaha was playing in this game by his first half performance. We've nullified him a little bit, haven't we?
You have. I think you've got 2 people on him. Actually, you've got like Castagna on him, and then I think Marty's coming over to try and close that down. So I think it's very, very good so far. But we have to keep him quiet. For the whole game at least.
Yes, and just say apparently, or just to sort of bring you Leicester fans down to earth a little bit. Because I read this, and that's when I thought I'm going off for a break. Leicester have lost all 4 Premier League games this season when they've been level at half time. A decent first half showing certainly hasn't been their problem. Only Newcastle United 7 and Manchester City 7 have stopped the opposition from scoring a first half goal on more occasions than Leicester 6 this term. The key is whether Brendan Rodgers can get another gear out of his side following the interval. I mean, looking at it as a neutral there, any players at all, would you take anybody off at this point? I mean, we know it's early for make changes, but do you see any players that maybe aren't pulling the weight or could go?
Tielemans.
Really?
I would say Tielemans. Yeah, he hasn't been much involved in this game. I suppose maybe Dewsbury Hall to an extent, but it's whether who you bring on. Yes. Anyway, but no, I must say, but before I came on, I had to basically look back at what Robbie Savage was wearing. I was like, "What the bloody hell are you wearing? Are you in the Scott Parker school of stupid jumpers?"
Yeah, he certainly he's not a dedicated follower of fashion, is he? We've kicked off for the second half. No changes. I didn't think there would be. It's very difficult because we're not playing that badly that we need to make changes yet. I must say that. But I'm heading out in a few minutes, says James. Glad it's a great stream. Cheers, buddy. Thanks for popping on. Take care. Good luck. Who have Everton got this weekend?
Tottenham.
Oh, good luck with that, mate. And Darius, now, come on. I never thought one of the pioneers of the metaverse would be LTID. What can I say? How do you justify Tielemans captain? You tell me, Gray. You tell me. Did you see now? This was the one that I saw. Did you? I haven't seen any story about Brendan's Gucci belt. Maybe he needs to tighten it a little bit. Oh, go on! Oh! Daka there, another chance.
Yeah, was he offside?
He was.
Might have just been offside. But it'd be a bit of a waste of a time for that.
Belt up.
Buckle up.
Yeah. Oh, we're going there, are we? That's where this show's going to go for the next 45 minutes. Oh, dear. God. Now, come on. So, Leicester have started well again. We started on the front. This is always, as I've said before, a very...
Oh, Maddison. Oh.
Yes. But it's always the time where, he got he got that all wrong, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! It hit that, going on the ground there.
Yeah, it bobbled up for him slightly. So
yeah, but look, the pitch looks nice. At least it's not like Carlisle's pitch. That always ends up underwater, doesn't it? No, it does. The Carlisle pitch it always ends up getting flooded.
Always does actually. Always does when you get really bad weather.
Club that they were able to bring all the subs on.
Hey,
you weren't going to let me get my joke in there. Oh dear. Good first half. Better from Leicester. It's nil. The rain's coming down. It's 0-0. That's all I can say, Mike. We look like an EFL Championship team. Well, I mean, you would say, wouldn't you, Doug? Like, the bottom 5-7 of the Premier League and the top 5-7 of the Championship should be able to swap, potentially be swapping places. So, yeah, the table is right. Oh, Vardy's getting his boots on. And his socks.
Yeah, it's got to be thinking maybe of Vardy time.
A bit harsh on Championship teams, Ray. There's been times this season, Ray, that we've actually looked, let's be honest, like a League Two side.
Corner.
I just don't know what he's done with this team. He's taken a good team and made it worse. And you can say, well, all right, we're up for it against Forest. Well, we should be up for it against every team. Corner comes in. Ooh. It's gone out for another corner on the other side. Castagna smiling, Anderson bit looking rueful. God. I've got to be honest with you, if you can spot what goes on, sometimes fair play to the officials. Oh, yeah. Madison's bouncing his ball. That might be a message as to what's going to happen. He's not putting his arms up or down. Here we go. Come on, Maddis. No. Right idea, Justin. Right idea, but a bit too high to put away. Can't wait for my home and away quiz and the Newport versus Leicester preview. Mate, I'm really struggling to find 12 questions about Newport. And how is your Newport history? Do Newport have a history? Come on, Mike. You knew you were going to get this if you brought it up. Come on. And Mike will come back in a minute and go, yes, we have got a history. We beat Leicester 2-1 in the FA Cup. Love you, Mike. Come on, Leicester. That was good. Got the block in. Oh, lovely ball out. Barnes, come on now. Do something with it, please. Oh, yeah. For fuck's sake.
Always gets in those positions, and then either his first touch lets him down, or his
He was questionably offside, but yeah, his first touch did let him down. I did know it was coming, Mike. I did know it was coming, mate. Taking a bit of a risk in defence there, Palace. Oh, that was a bit of a high. Wasn't that the ex-Swansea player?
What's that?
Ayew. Well, it was the
Ayew, yeah. Jordan Ayew, yeah.
Yeah, I can remember him. I can remember he was playing for Swansea, the league, the year we won the league. He's still going. Bloody hell! Fair play to the guy.
Yep, both of the Ayew brothers. I think I think they were both at Swansea at one point, and then Jordan Ayew, I think, was Aston Villa for a wee bit.
Oh, Marty! He got his foot in there. Now, as much as I criticised Marty, he's playing on his natural right-hand side.
Yeah.
Oh, substitution coming up here for the Palace.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is. Crikey. Milivojevic.
That's easy for you to say.
And I think Olise might be coming on as well.
I've noticed Maddison. I mean, he used to be like this, and he's kind of sneaking a bit back where he's looking for the foul a lot.
Yeah.
Like he went down there, and could he have stayed on his feet? And you know, because you're not always going to get the decision as he didn't there.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know about you, but it's been a very weird week. Like two of my favorite actors and actresses passing away in the space of a couple of days. Obviously, Angela Lansbury was a huge part of my childhood growing up. Obviously, Disney as well. Robbie Coltrane, of course.
Robbie, rest in peace to both of them.
It's been a very, very weird week.
Well, I mean, Angela Lansbury, I think, because was it Murder, She Wrote?
Murder, She Wrote, yeah.
But she was also, I think, in Bedknobs and Broomsticks, which was one of the first Disney films I have a memory of watching.
She was. She was fantastic in that.
Yeah, and it was like it wasn't a cartoon, it wasn't a real life. It was one of those where they mixed the two together.
Yeah.
But Robbie Coltrane, I as an actor, the fact that I grew up with him, knowing him as Cracker.
Yeah.
And when he started Cracker, he was more well known for his comedic, characters, but he made that unbelievable. But then to go to play Hagrid,
yes,
and then he not so long ago he was playing. I think it was a 4-part show. I think it was Channel 4 or Channel 5 about a BBC star who was in trouble with as being a paedophile and his relationship with his wife, etc., and all that. Oh my God. And I always say, sometimes you watch a film or a show and you're watching the star and you're thinking, God, I remember you from this, and you can't get it out of your mind. Every time the camera's on him, you're thinking of him as this or the. But with Robbie, he was able to take. That never happened for me with him, which for me was a sign of a good actor.
Oh, he's fantastic, and I actually remember him in an episode of Still Game. He was actually a bus driver. He was a bus driver in Still Game, And he was very, very funny then as well. So it's just really, really sad. But
I mean, I would imagine, did he have sort of a career on Scottish TV before he became famous?
I think he did. The thing
you couldn't really disguise that accent, could you?
No. But I must say, I did. I watched like a Harry Potter reunion, and it was just like that one saying he said at the end, like, "Oh, people will be watching like Harry Potter in like 50 years' time. Like, I won't be around, but Hagrid will." I think he kind of knew then that something wasn't great with him. I don't think he'd been well. I think he had something like osteoarthritis, I think, which he couldn't walk. He was actually in a wheelchair, and he actually had to walk with a walking stick as well for like the last few parts of his life. But no, a fantastic actor, and he will be very, very well missed.
Yes, yeah. Robbie was also in The Famous Five, was he?
He's also in something with Emma Thompson. Was it Tutti Frutti? I've never seen it, but
I'll take your word on that. Not sure what it was about. Oh, come on, Leicester. Sorry, just. I think you. Well, I think I'm on. I think you might have jumped ahead of me now because I just had a bit of a glitch on the stream. I'm on 57.23.
I'm on 57.30.
Ah, so you are just ahead of me now. Told you that would happen, didn't I?
Hi. When young Vardy will come on then?
If Brendan sticks to his normal, any time between 60 and 65 minutes.
Okay.
Depending sort of when you can get a break in play, that's when he starts to. Oof! We're knocking on the door.
Yeah, you are. You are
knocking on the door.
Right, Milivojevic came on for Dekuri, and who's the other? Riedewald came on for Mitchell. So I don't know if Palace have changed formation or not, because Riedewald I don't think is a left back. So
be interesting. Oh, that's just giving the ball. Oh, how can you complain? That was obviously a foul, Dewsbury Hall. I love it when it's so obvious and they're going like, "What, me?"
What, me, ref?
Yeah, see,
me, ref?
Really? So we are coming up to 58 minutes. So we're just coming up to the last half an hour to go. It's still 0-0. I'd still say Leicester, and I always say this, I could say it with like a gritted teeth, that, oh, well done, Dewsbury. I thought he'd lost it then. We still seem to be just on top. I won't say the better team, but just on top.
Yeah.
That was out. Was that out? No. Oh. Oh. No. Yeah, the comedy crew, French and Saunders, etc. In The Famous Five. Yes, I remember. Yeah. I'm thinking of it as a child actor. It was the piss take of it, wasn't it? I remember now. I remember. It's funny. Talking of Jennifer Saunders, on the radio show yesterday, and don't forget, guys, all the W's, Leicester, all the W's LeicesterTillIDie.com/radio. We'll find the link or go straight to our radio station, mixcloud.com/LTID radio. Every Friday night, 6 o'clock, we're going to be doing the weekend preview and a different music theme every night. So we're going to have sort of Halloween and Christmas and what have you. But we played Pet Shop Boys. You remember the Pet Shop Boys, Doug?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Did you know that, I didn't know, I'd forgotten, that they'd done a comic relief song? called.
No, I didn't.
No, yeah, a comic relief song called "Absolutely Fabulous."
Yeah,
I know. And they had Jennifer Saunders and Joanna Lumley, playing the parts. I love it when I'm picking the music for the show, just getting a lot of bits of information. I love delving like that. And
yeah.
Cliff was 82 yesterday. Happy birthday, Cliff.
Well, Cliff Richard. Wow, 82.
Yes. I'm just scared. I'm just scared that this is going to come back and bite us on the bum. What do you think of Sumare? I think he's having good games when he's playing at the moment. Vardy's having a look at a bit of porn on the old laptop. iPad. Oh, have you seen this one? Oh, what do you think of this one, Jamie? On with Becca, innit? Why? Oh, my screen's frozen. Great.
Yeah, mine has as well.
BBC were having problems. BT were having problems earlier. They started the show half an hour late.
How is that? Managed to keep that ball.
I know.
Still with IU.
Fair play to Zaha, but we should have got that ball off him. He went past about 5 Leicester players. Yeah, I mean, great. Sumare, impressive. For me, I mean, everybody's raved about Ndidi, and I have to be honest with you, when we got him in, and obviously he was Kante's replacement, it was like, he was no Kante, but great player at cutting out attacks.
Good save, Ward. No, it was a good save. Edward got a little bit of space there.
You just know Edward's going to score, having with all the Celtic links at the start of his time in England. Well done. It came through a cloud of about 4 defenders.
Yeah, good save. Good save.
Legs. Yeah, well done,
save, Danny.
Well done.
Good save, Danny.
Problem with Ndidi is he's good at stopping the ball, but then he doesn't do fuck all with it. He can't pass for toffee. Where Mendy is great at passing, and he can make use of the ball, but he doesn't win it as often as Ndidi. But Sumare is really wild shot there. Sumare is really after the trouble start he had, and sometimes it does take a while for foreign players to settle in.
Yeah. So Daka off, Vardy on, and is that? I don't know who that was. Sumare off, is it?
Oh, what?
Yeah, Mendy's on. Mendy's on.
Oh. I've got to be careful what I say here, because I've just been praising Sumare and I've just been praising Mendy. So I can't really go mad at that. I like Mendy. And I think we treated him awfully when, we didn't include him in our squad of 25 and he just sat on the bench basically for the first half of the season. He was our most expensive player, most expensive signing at one point. Just having a word with Danny Ward. I do like Mendy, but then again, I like Sumare. There's only one way to sort this out.
I tell you something. Harry Hill's TV Burt was one of the best shows on a Saturday evening.
Yeah, he said he had to give it up though. He said it was just taking over my life. All I was doing literally was watching TV, which you'd have to for that. But yeah, it was sort of.
Oh, Dewsbury Hall, what was that? What a chance!
Yeah. But Harry Hill, it was the TV highlight of the week. One of my wife's best friends was on his show.
Huh?
He did a stint about they had a thing called driving school about people learning to be driving. Obviously, people being taught to drive. My wife's a driving instructor, but Zyda, a lovely woman, lovely family. And I do miss her custard puddings. I tell you, and that's not a euphemism for anything. Before anybody says, but when you go out and say, "We'll just have some snacks out," and snacks to an Indian family is like a packed table. And this was just so lovely as a sweet. But she was actually featured on it on the documentary as one of the driving instructors, and she was then, because of the way it went, she ended up on the Hill show.
Mm.
There's a new channel on Freeview. That's 70s or that's 80s. It's one of them, and it's a lot of it is music. But they were showing Benny Hill the other night. I've got to be honest with you, it was like 3 a.m. because I can never sleep. But is it Vardy time? It appears so. We need the older chicken out, don't we? But yeah, Benny Hill. I mean, he went out of fashion very quickly.
Yeah.
But that was back in the day, as they say.
Yeah. No, he's obviously I remember him. I think I don't really remember much of Benny Hill, but obviously he was in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, of course.
Yes.
But no, that theme tune is just
yeah,
funny as anything.
It is. Oh, come on, Jamie. Corner. Yeah. Well done, Jamie. I can't say that Daka had a bad game.
No.
The corner to Leicester. Madison's walking over pretty slowly to take it. Apparently, I don't know if you've heard that Aston Villa have brought out, they're bringing out an own brand ice cream. Aston Vanilla. Come on, you're laughing. Warner comes in.
Oh dear.
Straight out. Yes. We still got to have that show when we're just doing jokes, you and me.
Oh God, crikey. That'll be funny.
Yeah.
That'll be very, very funny, that.
So it's still 0-0. We are coming up to 20 minutes left. Can either side sneak this, do you think, or is it going to be a 0-0?
I think if any team was to sneak it, I would say Leicester. I don't think Palace have created enough at all.
No. It's looking that way. Come on, Barnes. Oh, you've got a throwing out of it.
And for people who have just tuned in, no, Chris is not speaking gobbledygook.
Yeah. I don't know, that's my latest thing. I don't know why I've started doing it, but I was talking with Dan last night, and everybody has their own catchphrases. Like he always says, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony always says, well, to be honest. Go on.
Creating good opportunities.
They are. But if we don't put one of them away, it's going to cost us, I think. That's the scary bit.
Yeah.
I mean, all you can ask, or the first thing you can ask, is as a team to go out and dominate the opposition, especially if you're the home team.
Yeah.
And so far, I do believe we've done that.
Oh yeah. I think you have been the more dominant team in this game, but it's it's what you do with the possession. Unfortunately, it just doesn't.
Yeah, no, you're quite right.
Final ball's not been there today from both sides. I would have to say.
And I don't think it's necessarily down to brilliant defending. I think it's just down to poor finishing. You say poor last ball. Let's have a look. Any news? So.
I do fancy Bournemouth at Fulham today, I must admit. And sorry, True Reds.
Sorry, I was just watching that then.
No, sorry.
Is that not a corner?
I thought that may have been a corner, but no, obviously not.
Oh. Now, what games have we got coming up this afternoon?
I mean, if any game is to finish 0-0 today, I would say Forest Wolves.
Yes, you would think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I actually predicted 0-0. I don't say, oh, what's he doing? Jesus Christ Almighty! Marty! Marty!
Yeah, is that a Marty? Jesus!
Oh, Marty, you got lucky there. Oh,
thank you, Doug. I've just shit myself. Thank God Danny Ward was, quick to respond. I think if he stayed on his line,
quick as a flash, I think is what the term is.
But if he had stayed on his line and not come out, I think we could have been punished there. Got Fulham, Bournemouth, and Wolves Forest at 3. So I think there was only. I
think the Fulham Bournemouth game will be a good one. I think there'll be goals in that one.
Yeah, and then of course you've got Tottenham Everton at 5:30.
Yeah. Five games on a Sunday though. That's a bit.
Yes.
Especially
because there's so many midweek games as well. But then again, I suppose the argument would be that a lot of those teams have been in Europe this week.
Yeah, just incidentally, I don't know if you know this, but all the games in midweek are on Amazon Prime.
Indeed, they are. Yes. And as an Amazon Prime member, I get to watch whatever I want.
You'll need to find a primate to watch it with.
You know what? You told me that before, and I still didn't see it coming. I mean, you opened the door there, didn't you? And you just let me walk in.
Yep. Oh, aye.
No. Oh, God.
Oh no.
Hello, everybody.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Leicester Till I Die, where we are watching Leicester against Crystal Palace, but we are watching Douglas and Chris have a cough.
You were distracting. You see, you've distracted me so much there that the Tinder Hot XYZ date came in. Thankfully, Mike was on the ball. Well done, Mike. Cheers, buddy.
I hate those bots.
They just keep. You report them and nothing happens,
Yeah.
Come on, Leicester now. Come on.
You see any more changes?
I mean, I would bring in Acho on.
Yep.
And take Barnes off, I think. I think Barnes.
Barnes, yeah.
But that would mean going two up front, and that's against Brendan's religion.
Yeah.
But
wee bit too much on that.
Yeah.
Oh, another change for good old Vieira. That Mateta, I think. Looks like Mateta. Jean-Philippe Mateta. Oh, Zaha's coming off.
Oh.
Well, I tell you something. I think you have marshaled him very, very well. He hasn't had much chances in this game. I think that's a job well done to Amarty and especially Castagna. I think they've done well there.
Yeah, no, I think if you take off your number one striker, I don't know who's come on for him.
Mateta.
Is he a striker?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, but then again, people could be saying that, well, they kept Daka quiet. So,
yeah.
But he does like a goal against us. Come on. That was, yes. Yeah, that was wrestling him down. I think, he, like Vardy, he likes to score against Palace and Daka as well. Yeah, Daka. So, you could say that they've quietened Daka down and made the change. So, but yeah, Zaha always scores against us, so I'm glad he's gone.
Is this too far out for a shot?
No, I don't think it is. Get back. No, I think it's within Madder's range.
Yeah.
He's not been quite on fire today, but we can't play Forest every week, can we?
It's going to go out for a corner.
Oh, he'd line that up.
Yeah,
he'd line that up. What are we talking about? I know you're a Carlisle fan, aren't you, Chris? Do you live in Carlisle? We were talking about flooding problems in Carlisle. I was doing a watch along on this game, but stream cut off due to bloody power cut.
Oh, no.
Just as well with the score line. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh.
I think that went off the back.
With a rare header there.
Oh, yeah, it actually goes off the back of Joe Ward's head, so it would have been an own goal if that went on.
Yeah. Pratt is warming up.
I think he should be.
We've got a bit of the old Welsh Scottish banter coming in now, I see. Don't forget, just before the World Cup, we have got the World Cup quiz coming up. I think you're down for that, actually, Doug.
I am down for that.
Home international quiz. We're bringing back the home international for one night only. An Englishman, an Irishman, a Scotsman, and a Welshman are all in a quiz. I think Mike. I think Mike is down for that as well. I think he's the Welsh one. Here we go. I've no idea. It was planned to be done ages ago, and then nothing ever came of it. Here we go. Yeah, Mike is in for Wales. Mike said he could join. I've got you down for joining. Craig is doing England. Craig Beasley.
Oh, Vardy's been booked.
Jack from Liverpool is doing. Oh no, Jack is doing Liverpool. I'm going to cross Jack out because I've not spoken to him for ages, Doug, and I'm going to put you in.
Okay.
if that's okay. Mike is doing Wales, and Philippe de Bruyne is doing Northern Ireland. The problem is, though, guys, obviously, I'm going to have to keep it very, very short because I won't be able to find that many World Cup questions about Scotland and Wales. Oh, Tillemans is coming off.
Good.
I mean, 10 minutes. What really is the point?
Yeah. He should have been off at half time.
I'm saying Carlisle. I don't know. I could be wrong with Carlisle. I just got that in my mind. I could be totally wrong. I could be totally wrong. So we are down. We're in the last 10 minutes. I'm not saying it's a one-sided game. I'm setting the questions though. Oh shit.
Yeah, free kick.
Colonel, welcome along. Found your channel. I don't know. You've been looking for it, mate. I'm trying, But yeah, I've always been here for my sins. It is a punishment. But welcome along, sir. Hope you subscribed if you are new. That would be absolutely fan-dabby-dozy. What were they called? Crankies.
Yeah.
Do they not do a song for Scotland?
Oh, crikey. I couldn't tell you, to be honest.
No, she's still going for the SNP, isn't she?
Yep, she is, yeah. So Palace, they're still trying to test us. Aye, but they've not done enough. They've not done enough in this game.
No. I think Nacho came on with Pratt, didn't he? Because I do. I've not been on I've not been on Steve's channel for a long time. But the problem you have is that when your own channels grow, the less you've got time to do other people's. Does that make sense?
Yeah. To be honest, I haven't spoken to Stephen in ages.
No, I haven't. And streaming his chat in the chat, whatever. But I just literally, Nacho's coming on now. So yeah, Brendan, 6 minutes to go. Bring Nacho on. We can really do well. Yeah, I hope he's well. I hope he's all right. So yeah, if you speak to him, mate, give him my best. Say hello to him, please, and from Doug as well. It's literally I have a show every night at the moment at 9 o'clock, so trying to fit people in isn't always easy. Nacho Man is on, like we just said. Big up Ivan Toney.
Yeah. I say someone racially abused him this morning as well.
Oh, no, did they? For God's sake.
Yeah, I quote tweeted someone earlier, and he basically said, "Oh, I'm not." I basically, what was it? I can't remember what he tweeted was, but he tweeted something along. I've gone for burn or something like that today. Yeah, someone said basically just messaged him Black C, and I'm just like, it's just why go through that thinking that you're going to be clever, you're going to be very, very just idiotic. I'm sorry, it just is, and I'm sorry, but this is happening way too often now.
The government, I don't want to blame the government for every little thing that goes wrong because it's a cop-out, but the government should be able to say to the likes of Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, to all of them saying, look, you either, when you see these certain words come up or a thing is reported, it should be dismissed, blocked straight away.
Yeah,
they do block them because suddenly you'll be there and you'll think like, oh, what's going on here? I've dropped like 3 people, and then you go on and they're all blocked and whatever. So yeah, it happens to a degree, but they do need to step up. And let's be honest with you, it's all down to Castagna again. It's all down to money, and if they block them, and you can block them because China block them, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so it's possible to block these people in the countries, and if you don't start blocking people, I must admit on my Twitter and Facebook, I do have words that I have blocked. So even if somebody types in CNUT or uses the odd star. I've got about 25, 30 words that I've blocked, and I basically just don't see any tweets with those words in. So, as your friend Douglas say on Twitter, and you're talking to Stephen, let's just say, in a thread, and somebody on, and I can see obviously the whole thread because I'm friends with both of you, but somebody on that thread actually uses one of my banned words, it just comes up, not showing because one of your words is being used. So. But again, how many people know that?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Corner.
This is the thing, Colonel. Yeah, totally. IP ban them. That's what it's a corner. 3 minutes to go. It's a corner to Palace. Oh, yeah, that is the thing. It's the IP ban, not the name. Because you get round it. It's the IP ban. And let's be honest with you, they're all bloody cowards and bullies.
Oh yeah.
I love it that time when that boxer actually traced down somebody who went knocking on his door.
Can't remember who that was, actually.
No, I can't, but it was, oh, go on, get it out. Yeah, it'll do. I can't remember who it was, but he'd somehow managed to trace him down and knocked on the door because the guy didn't know, and he opened the door and his face was a picture. Because obviously it's a boxer as well, so he's not going to stand any nonsense. 0-0, just over a minute and 5 seconds to go. Oh, Leicester are through! Go on! My fucking hell! Pratt. Now, see, had he been on longer, he might have been able to do more with that.
Good shot, that. That was a good save by Guaita.
Inacho. I mean, that's the 2 subs having a go.
Yeah. I know. I don't think you've tested Guaita enough.
No. Oh, go on! Oh, no. Inacho, what a player. Why is he not playing from the start? Look at it. Look, I mean, he's not get hold of that ball. And then Dewsbury, I don't know if they got a deflection for a corner or not. Let's see how many minutes are we looking at?
4 minutes.
4 minutes. Well, he has gone for a corner. Everybody said about Inacho scoring goals, but he is so good with his feet.
He is. He's a handful.
Yes. Should be played more. We don't use him enough. Oh, Madison, make this one count. Oh, straight into the goalkeeper's arms.
Yeah.
Leno, we couldn't have afforded him, Colonel. We whether we wanted to buy another goalkeeper or not, we just could not afford to buy any players. Tell you what, I was kept awake all night by some noise outside my bedroom window. I looked outside and it was a collection of crickets, believe it or not. And I thought, oh God, and they're watching telly. Sorry, grasshoppers. I've cracked the joke up now. Let's forget it. The joke's gone. Oh. Let me just replace that with what is a goalkeeper's favourite snack? Beans on post.
Hey. Beans on post.
Our Tinder man was back.
Vez has been given man of the match.
Yeah, he's not had a bad game. He's done what he's had to do. And sometimes you go on. No, sometimes a player doing what they're supposed to do doesn't stand out.
No.
But he's doing what he's supposed to do, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Go on, get it in now. Go on. Oh, headed out. Oh, no. If we could score now, it'd be better than sex. But no, we're not going to. Talk about Vez then. And he gets pushed off the ball. That wasn't a free kick. Yeah, Gray says though, and it's full time. Is it? Oh no. Brendan's just walking off.
He's just walking to Chris Hughes there. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, Gray says that we have been better tonight, but we've not done enough.
Yeah, I would agree.
But you know, the thing is, with our history against Palace, we have won. Let me just get it up. Actually, we're coming down now to the things. We have. Let me just play around with this a little bit. Here we go. So we've played each other 20 times. Oh, header from the goalkeeper there. We've played each other 20 times. And as you can see that before today's game, we've both won 8. There's been 4 draws. We've won 5 at home and Palace have won 4 away. So
yeah,
my 3-2 prediction was never going to come off, was it? Vardy's round the back. Oh, penalty! What?
No, it's a yellow card. Maddison.
That's Maddison out of the next game. And VAR won't have the balls to do anything.
Well, let's have a look. Oh, wow.
No.
Nah.
It's full time. That was... I mean, you know, VAR are never going to go against their own, you know, bum puddies, are they? You know?
No, definitely not.
Still, it's a point.
Yeah.
It's 0-0. We're off the bottom, if only on goal difference. I would argue that was a penalty at the end.
Yeah, I'd like to see that one back.
Don't applaud. Don't shake his hand. He's a cheating bastard, the referee. Vardy again does absolutely nothing. Or am I being harsh there? I mean, he got a couple of crosses in. Let's be honest.
He got booked as well, didn't he?
Did he?
Ooh. Yeah.
Wow. It's and I wasn't able to do this. Oops. This even. So, yeah, we are. Let's have a look at the old tableau. We've got 5 points. We're a point near of Derby, 19th, minus 9 goal difference, which is the same as Wolves above us, and 6 better than Forest. I suppose it's another clean sheet for Ward, but he didn't really have an awful lot to do, in fairness, did he?
No, Gareth looks happy.
Yes. Yeah, thinking, what the hell am I doing sat here having just watched that? Yeah, Madders will miss the Leeds game. When we planned to play 4-4-2, yeah, well, I mean, I was asked that question yesterday. We have a show on a Friday night, and it's called Question Time. And it's myself, David, and Brad. And basically, you guys set the agenda. I asked the first question to get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's just however it goes in the chat. Questions, whatever questions you ask, as long as they're legal and clean. And we were talking about this yesterday, and I'm a 4-4-2 man, and I would have 4-4-2 every day. But you know what are we talking, Rogers here?
Oh, tops there.
David said, yes, yeah, he doesn't look too happy either, does he?
No.
Madders trying to buy a penalty.
They haven't even shown it again, have they?
They did very briefly. I would have to argue. Mike says he's not sure that's a penalty. Gray says penalty for Leicester. Do you ever think it's possible to replace Vardy? Yes, at the moment, because he does fuck all. You know, I wouldn't have him starting at all. I agree. One thing I do agree with Brendan. We have to beat Ballis. We didn't. Matthew is in. Good afternoon, Matthew, for the 50th time. Rogers out. JC, Leicester is sinking ship. Off to the championship, lads. Party is over. And that's life, to be honest with you, mate. It's a game at the end of the day. And you know what? And actually, I thought about this the other day when I was preparing for these shows. That I'm sat here preparing for shows, and then sat here doing a watch along and moaning about Brendan, moaning about Leicester. And you know what? There's people dying in Ukraine.
Yeah.
There's people over there. It's almost like, yeah, so it's a war, but we'll forget about it. It's not affecting us. You know, it is still going on. And in fairness to the news, they do keep going it. But if we get relegated, we get relegated. You know, that is football. That is football, you know. Tony Stellafella, don't forget to get a bet on Barnes scoring first versus us midweek. He always does. Tony, don't forget to message me at Leicester TID. I mean, it's tight at the bottom there, Doug.
Very tight.
You know, 5, and then Wolves 6, Southampton 7, Villa 9th, Leeds, the aforementioned Leeds 9th, West Ham 10th, fair enough. But, you know, if we finish 17th at the end of the season, we stay up.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a difficult one. We have to be careful of, you know, would we be in this position if it hadn't been for COVID? Who knows? You know, it's affected a lot of clubs, but we've still got a club, you know, and Top is doing his best to, you know, keep us up and running and going. Positive result gives Rodgers the next game at least. I mean, could you sack him after that?
No.
No, I think it is hard, but it's just not consistent, you know.
Mm-hmm.
it's our home games that were, with the crowd on everybody's back, and thankfully we've got Leeds at home midweek. So great stream. Thank you, Mike. Good luck against Crawley, mate. Hope you do it. Ray still wants him sacked. I think overall, I think most of us still want him sacked, but it's not going to happen. I don't think. But I don't know what night are you playing midweek, Doug?
Wednesday, I think.
You are playing Wednesday, right? We're playing Thursday night. So if you are free and you fancy coming along and doing the watch along again.
Yeah, what time's kickoff on Thursday?
8:15.
8:15. Oh, right. That's a late. That's a late one. That one. Yeah, I should be free. Hopefully.
Well, we'll talk before there.
Yeah, we certainly will.
Yeah, mate. All the best. Just remind us all. You say your link to Doug's channel is in the description below. Great channel, Liverpool fan, but he just doesn't do Liverpool content. He does a lot of European football as well. Where can people find you?
Yeah, on the Dugger Football channel at YouTube. Twitter handle is Ernrod_992, and also Instagram at Douglas.horn.
Brilliant. Mate, thank you very much. Have a good rest of the weekend, and good luck tomorrow against Man City.
Thank you very much. See you later. Take care.
Take care. Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Can you imagine when we play Man City? Jesus Christ. I think we played defensive 9-1-0 then. I'm not sure how to read that game defensively, to be honest. We were good for once. Sahar was subbed off, so that was their biggest threat, attacking flair. But too many last passes off. That's killing us. It is. Colonel, even if Leicester sacked Rodgers, there's not many out there. Look at Wolves struggling. They're going for Nuno again. Thank you, True. Gents, I'd love to be able to say good luck in half an hour, mate, but I can't. Yeah, we're going to, mate. Thanks, Gray, for popping in. If you concede 2-0 versus City, that's okay. At least you tried. I know that's how it's getting. And still they're not top. Well done to Arsenal. Yes. I'd love to say good luck against Wolves. I hope it's a 0-0 because that will do us the biggest favour. And I think we've just done you and Wolves a big favour by drawing 0-0. So return the favour, True. But thank you as always, for popping on. As a great, well done, mate. Thanks for popping on. Look, we're not doing a post-match show. It's a 0-0. You get excited in a post-match shop about a 0-0. We're still in there. Oh, Tinder mate is back. Just fuck off, will you? Go and do one with Brendan. Please, if you haven't yet, please subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,500 before the World Cup. It would mean an awful lot. Those of you that know us, we have radio stations. We have this YouTube station. We cover all the major social media platforms, LTID or Leicester Till I Die on everything. Please follow us and subscribe. It does mean a lot. And also, if you are subscribed, smash the likes, because that actually helps the channel, because it puts us in front of people. Oh, they've got Robbie Savage on. I'm going to have to turn that off now. Goodbye, Robbie. Please do that and show your support. It helps. Thank you very much. I am on Apple Podcast, Cyber. I believe I'm on Spotify, Apple, Google. But on podcasts, it's Leicester Till I Die. So you should be able to find us on that. Smart speaker, if you've got a smart speaker, ask it to play the you have to do to say that play the podcast Leicester Till I Die. Don't know why, but there we go. Look, guys, I'm going to go. I've not eaten yet. I am absolutely bloody starving. Probably end up with a takeaway. Thanks very much to you all. Take care. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks, Scott, for that as well. And I will see you all tomorrow in the morning at 11 o'clock when we'll be doing a tactical review of this with Brad. And then we'll also be back in the afternoon. I think it's 1:30, 2 o'clock-ish for the Leicester City Women's Watch-Along. They're away to Manchester City. Matthew, thanks for popping in, mate. Cheers. Don't forget, please do subscribe if you haven't. Foxes, well, he'll still probably be there after that, so credit, but you know, it is a long season. And if you said to me at this stage, I'll give you 17th, would you take it? I'd bite your hand off. Leicester City 0, Crystal Palace 0. Leeds up next on Thursday. Come on, you Foxes.
That's all, folks.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye and see you next time.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
Leicester Till I Die TV. They think it's all over. It is now.